I just got this report that an Iranian naturalized citizen.
She's only an immigrant, green card holder.
Oh, sorry, green card holder. She got her green card in
96.
no,
2006.
2016. She just got arrested in LA for arms brokering for Iran.
Oh,
She was
yeah.
brokering drones, bombs, bomb fuses, and millions of rounds of ammunition manufactured by Iran. Apparently, it was sold to Sudan. Like, I was wondering, do you guys know, like, is this something? Is this a thing, like in the U.S.? And why is she in the U.S. brokering arms, for Iran to Sudan? Like, what? Like, can anybody shed light on that? Like, what is this?
So this is actually surprising news that even I saw many Iranians were trying to make sense of it as well. So if you're confused, I saw so many people being confused by this as well. So it's this woman. The FBI arrested Shameem Mafi as she was about to board a flight to Turkey. I think it's this woman, right? Yes. Is that the same person you're talking about?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, that's her. Yeah. So apparently she's been doing arms dealing. Let me see if I could find more information about her. For the Islamic Republic, like she has been in touch with the Islamic Republic all this time. So I saw so many Iranian accounts were sharing her pictures. So that's her. So apparently she's an agent of the Islamic Republic. Let me see what they're saying here. Here. So, an Iranian businesswoman holding a U.S. green card was arrested at Los Angeles International Airport on charges of smuggling weapons on behalf of Tehran, according to the U.S. Attorney's Office for Central District of California. Shameem Mafi, 44, a resident of Woodland Hills, was arrested and charged on Saturday evening with acting as an intermediary in transactions involving Iranian drones, bombs, and millions of rounds of ammunition destined for Sudan. So apparently, the Islamic Republic was selling this stuff to Sudan, and she was involved. She was the intermediary, and now she's arrested. I've never seen anything like this, but I haven't been. Look at this. I'm sure there has been things like this. I just haven't been exposed to it. So Shameem Mafi has been in contact with Ismail Khatib, the Minister of Intelligence and Security of the Islamic Republic from the year 2022 to the year 2025. And by the way, he's dead. Khatib is dead right now. The Israelis killed him. So there's that information. Let me see if I could find it. This is basically all the information that we have. Like, we don't have much more to go with. So let me see. Shameem Mafi, 44, a resident of Woodland Hills, was arrested at Los Angeles International Airport on charges of weapons trafficking on behalf of the Islamic Republic. She is accused of violating 50 USC and 1705 for acting as an intermediary in the sale of drones, bombs, bomb fuses, and millions of rounds of ammunition manufactured by the Islamic Republic that were sold to Sudan. If convicted, she faces a maximum legal penalty of 20 years in federal prison. Why be in the United States if you're doing this? Wouldn't it be safer for you to be in another country with less powerful of an intelligence, operation? And Mafi is an Iranian. Like, you're an intermediary between the Islamic Republic and Sudan, and you decided that to live in the United States, like right next to the best, like right in the country that have the highest chances of being caught. That's what I don't understand. Mafi is an Iranian national who obtained lawful permanent residency in the United States in 2016. She expected to appear Monday afternoon for her initial appearance in United States District Court in downtown Los Angeles. She is presumed innocent until proven guilty in court. And yeah, this is more information. I think these are the same information that we got as well. Yeah, so again, I don't have much more information. She got arrested by FBI. This is how she gets paid, I guess. Yeah, this just happened. So I don't have much more information than this. But anybody else knows anything about this here? But this is rare. Like I haven't seen anything like this. I've seen stuff like this happening, but being a woman like that, living in the U.S. for this many years without getting caught between Sudan and Islamic Republic, this is rare. It seemed like a script for a Hollywood movie or something, rather than reality. What do you think, Sadata? Do you have any opinions on yourself?
So I actually sent this story to him, and I was really shocked because this woman has the last name of the family that ran the school that I went to in Iran. I left Iran when I was 9, but the family was named Mafi, and they ran a very good school called Mehran. Some of you might have heard of it. But Mr. Mafi was actually a friend of my grandpa's. And so this is the only reason I knew this is Mr. Mafi was arrested when he was younger as a Tudeh person. So like when he was a young person, he was in that vein, he and his wife both. And then they sort of had more secular beliefs, which is why my parents felt safer sending me there when I was a little kid. So I was just shocked that they had that last name. I don't know if they're related, but the other thought I have is like not all the Islamic Republic supporters are in hijab. A lot of them are underground. So
I don't even know if she's a supporter. She was just making money. Um,
yeah, that's true. But
but
I
yeah, but
I wonder
yeah.
if she has some kind of history with the
Two-day party.
with the Tudeh party.
I think she's just a businesswoman who's just trying to make money, if I had to guess. But here's the news segment.
A Los Angeles woman arrested for trafficking arms on behalf of the Iranian government. Correspondent Max Gordon is in the Southland with more on that for us. Max, a crazy story with incredible pictures from the airport.
Yeah, absolutely, Kevin. Last night, 44-year-old Shameem Mafi, an Iranian national now living in the LA area, was arrested at LAX just before getting on a flight to Turkey. She's accused of trafficking arms on behalf of the Iranian government. According to the FBI's Iran counterintelligence squad, Mafi is accused of selling Iranian-manufactured bombs, drones, assault weapons, and millions of rounds of ammunition to Sudan. Mafi was allegedly coordinating with the Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps. According to the federal government, one of the contracts was worth 60 million euros, brokering the sale of Iranian-made drones between Iran's defense ministry and Sudan. In another instance, Mafi is accused of selling 55,000 bomb fuses to the Sudanese military. According to the criminal complaint, Mafi is a lawful permanent U.S. resident, though not a citizen. She was born in Iran, relocated to Turkey, but most recently has lived in Woodland Hills, California. Mafi travels frequently to Iran, Turkey, Oman, and other countries, and according to the feds, executed her illegal weapons brokering scheme from multiple locations, including right here in California. She's currently charged with conspiracy to violate the International Emergency Economic Powers Act. If convicted, Mafi faces up to 20 years in federal prison. Kevin, back to you.
Wow. Crazy story. Crazy story. I still can't understand why it took them so well to figure out this is. I mean, maybe because oh no, yeah, okay, now I get it. She hasn't been in the U.S. for all those years. She was in Turkey. She only recently came to U.S. because I was like, how could you do this in the U.S. all of this time without getting caught? Okay, now it makes more sense. Okay,
Why did they describe her as a Los Angeles woman?
because Los Angeles women have their own type and they're different from other American women, and she fits that type.
I was gonna say, knowing seeing like how the FBI has operated in the past, they were probably trying to accumulate as much evidence as they could so that when they arrested her, the evidence was impugnable, regardless if she was in Turkey or not. They probably knew she was already an arms dealer, so that's my guess.
Yeah, maybe they knew and they just wanted to let her. Okay, so yeah, actually, you're right. Okay, so maybe when she came to the U.S., they already knew what she's up to. But if they arrested her too early, they wouldn't be able to charge her for 20 years in prison. So they're just monitoring her for her to do the thing that they could get her for 20 years. And they were like, okay, now we go in. Now we have you for 20 years. If they did it early, they might have just had her for 1 year or 2 years, right? because most of her crimes were committed in Turkey and not in the US, so they were waiting for her to do the thing that she does.
Right, and usually when the FBI has you, like arrest you, they have you. So, yeah.
Yeah, sure. Okay.
Okay, sketch.
The FBI is going to get her for what happened in the United States, but she made a lot of deals outside the United States. You know who's going to grab her for that? The CIA. I bet they want all her connections. They want to know everyone she talked to. They want to know. I mean, they're not just going to look at this from one angle of the United States thing. This is a global thing. They're talking about a lot of countries. They're going to want to know every bank that this went through, if the government knew. They're going to want everything. And they've probably been watching her, been tapping her phone. Because as soon as she crosses out of the United States, she can be tapped. She can be listened into. So this is probably the end of a big investigation, not only by the FBI, but also by the CIA. That's all I want to say.
Okay, thank you. Shauna?
Just really quick, I think also there's sometimes things can take a while just because of stupid bullshit paperwork reasons. You have to get like even with the FBI and CIA, you do want to make sure if they really want to get her, they do have to check off, dot the Q's and the I's and all that stuff. So just mind the P's and Q's. So just as a kind of thought, it might just be some of it may just be technical. Sometimes things take a while for literally the most bullshit technical reasons.
And